Well, it looks like it's finally working. In that case... Welcome to Sprout League 2! For the 5th time, and hopefully final time, we are trying to hold Slim Single versus Pikmanfan2002. Unfortunately, yesterday, my Streamlabs was not working. My overlay was completely invisible, and I could not stream. But today, the issue seems to have resolved itself without my input at all. So we can finally have this match we have been waiting so long to finally conclude. The options for the first round are Bulbet Basin, Concrete Playground, the Amphitheater, and Combat Zone. And of those 4, Combat Zone is the pick. Let the round begin! This time we have the layout with Harry's there to the sides. I'm sure that'll be something fun. We'll have to see. See if one of the if either participant goes for the marble in mid off to their right, it will go across and will wake up the Harry. And that is something that both participants are going to need to account for. It seems Slime has lost a Pikmin here to the male Sheargrog, while Pikman is trying to get the Harry out of the way early. He's evidently considered this problem, and he has managed to deal with the Harry without a single loss, while Slim is continuing to lose more Pikmin to far less deadly enemies. Both players return to pluck. Pikman's Pikmin are scattered by the Withering Blowhawk, but he himself is not hit by it. He decides it would be worth it to just get it out of the way so the blocking can be finished. As it turns out, the corpse of the Harry is not actually needed. Now Slim's dealing with the Harry as well. Down it goes. Slim's now taking 2 marbles. But these 2 marbles are from Slim's own side. We're going for the ones in mid, as Pikman is now doing. It seems Pikman has been losing some Pikmin somewhere, as Slim uses a bitter somewhere I really would not recommend. I think Pikman is going to be the clear winner here. Oh wait, no, that's why Slim used the bitter. On that marble. No, I do understand that, and I do respect that. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough. It seems Pikman has been able to take all 3 marbles from mid, needing just this one here on his own side to win now. It's just a matter of time. All Pikman needs to do is defend this marble. I don't think he needs the second spicy, but he just wants to make sure. He just wants to keep his options open, because they might not necessarily be open without his involvement. Now Slim is desperately trying to use a spicy to turn the game around, but at this point, there is nothing that can be done. Pikman 1, Slim 0. We now await both of our participants choosing their bands. For the second round of the match. And it looks like we are going to go to Submerged Skirmish. Our participants are both ready, I believe. Yep, let the round begin! Oh dear. Pikman has lost 8 Pikmin to the Bulbmin. Certainly not a great start. And now Slim's about to get his own. And there we have it. There are the 10 Bulbmin. And so the numbers are 38 to 32. Surprisingly, Pikman is not actually that far behind. Very much still winnable for Pikman here. I mean, what am I saying? The game's barely started. Still, it is taking Slim quite a while to deal with all of these enemies. If this goes on too much longer, Pikman will certainly be first to mid. And being first to mid on submerged skirmish of all maps is very, very important. There are a few layouts... There are a few maps other than submerged skirmish that getting to mid is as important as it is on submerged. The main one that comes to mind is Concrete Playground, where I think it could actually be even more important. But I digress. It seems Pikman is just a... No, he isn't. He still has a bit of work to do. Oof! I don't think Slim quite meant to do that! This has given Pikman a very big advantage, potentially. That is a spare bit of Pikman now has over Slim. And Pikman is taking full advantage of this to go for the center marble and deal with everything in its way. Rushing down the Dirigibug, and the Blowhogs, and the other Dirigibug. Although some of those Pikmin might get caught by the blast. Yep, looks like it. Now Slim is desperately counter-spicying. As the Ball Bear follows close behind. As look at that! A Volatile Dweevil and a Watery Blowhog drop in at the same time! And some Matites, but the Volatile Dweevil kills all the Matites. Now Pikman is securing the Withering Blowhog's marble. That together with the center marble means this marble now will be needed. Together with the other one, that alcove, where the Withering Blowhog was. And Slim is trying to take one of these marbles, and just might get away with it too. Well, just might have gotten away with it, if Pikman had not returned to the scene when he did. The Stun Storm is slowing him down, but it's not going to stop it. Slim tries to throw in a sticky bomb at the marble, but it gets intercepted by getting stuck to the back of the Dirigibug instead. But the Dirigibug, being airborne and immune to bombs while airborne, is unharmed. And flies off somewhere else. Still, it is taking Pikman quite long to get the next few marbles. This is time Slim could use, potentially, to stop it. Now Slim has got his full squad. 58. Ready to move, ready to rumble. And this is Slim's last chance to turn the game around. Need the marble that is still remaining on Pikman's side. But that would be very difficult to get at this point, as the Water Wraith has arrived! Now Pikman is spicing again with a Wolf Split, as Slim is counter-spicing in response. Here comes Slim Squad, which is full bittered. But this ball bear is likely to mostly... Oh, wait. Slim's Pikmin emerge at just the right time to be feasted upon by the ball bear, but also at just the right time to not be feasted on by the ball bear because it's dead. But in all this time, Pikman has managed to secure the marble that Slim needed. The full bitter was the play to save the game. Well, that won the game. The game didn't need saving, but it didn't prevent it from taking any longer than it did. Pikman 2, Slim 0! So this time, the map is Construction Fortress, winning a tie against Deep Blue. Let the round begin! There's Construction Fortress, there we go. We have... I want to call this the classic layout of Construction. It just feels the most classic to me, even though they all came out at the same time. Ooh, Pikman's Dwarf Bulborb very nearly falls off the map! Let's hope, for Slim's sake, this one doesn't suffer a similar fate. Ah, no it doesn't. Speaking of fates... Pikman loses, I think that, yeah, that's 2 Pikmin to that dwarf. Pikman throws some more Pikmin off the bridge, and now tries to bring in this dwarf. Loses a Pikmin while doing so, but gets it down. I think Slim's bridge is likely to finish first, giving him a significant advantage. Well, that's certainly not an advantage. We have a pause. Never mind. Indeed, Slim is the first to finish the bridge. Moves up to the... swing to mid. Now Pikman has finally finished his own bridge. And is also ready to make his own move to mid. Another pause. As Pikman loses a Pikmin to that Male Sugar, but very nearly loses another one. As the Withering makes its way in. And it seems that despite Slim finishing his bridge first, Pikman is actually the first to the center marble. I think at this point, I don't even need to explain why this is bad for Slim. Like, I feel it's pretty intuitive. A Male Sugar up here on the way. On the way back to Pikman. There it goes. Now it's time for Slim's bit to turn things around. Will it succeed? Now we find out. He's gonna need to go for this marble here. Yep, the one all the way over there. And Pikman is gonna need to stop it. Alright. It looks quite stopped so far. Now that is gonna get far enough away that the reawakened Pikmin of Slim's are not gonna notice it. The only way Slim can turn this around now is we can go fetch the Pikmin. But at this point, it is too late to do that. It's too late to be able to do that and actually end up achieving anything. So this means it's 2 marbles each for Slim and for Pikman. 2 marbles each. It's actually quite close. At this point then, given that Pikman got the center marble, this would mean we can expect Pikman to be able to win with 2 remaining marbles on his own side. Well, there's one, and there's the other. Once again, it looks like Pikman is going to take this one, absent a sufficient effort of Slim's to stop him. Outnumbered, outpositioned, outmaneuvered, and outspread. In such a position, what can you even do? Slim tries to very narrowly take this marble, but it is very clearly not going to go anywhere. Pikman 3, Slim 0. So, how goes the vote? It's between Halls of Grandeur, Bulbhead Basin, Spider's Den, and Construction Fortress, with Spider's Den being the current favourite. Right. Let's see. Ah, yeah, Spider's Den. Let the round begin! So, how goes the current match? Current round, sorry. Pikman grabbing up cherries. Slim trying to intercept one. The interception itself gets intercepted, and we have Volatile's Weevil. Yep, okay, it's not going to achieve anything. As Pikman is now trying to take on this Anode Weevil. See, this is why I hate Anode Weevil. This is why Spider's Den is the map I hate the most. Those accursed creatures are the entire reason. Volatile Dweevils are annoying too, but they're just annoying. That's the baddest they'll ever be. The Beady kills 3 orange bulbs, 3 dwarf orange bulbs with his feet. Almost kills a 4th. But a lot of Pikmin are dying to the dwarf bulbs, as Pikmin has bettered Slim's attempt to take this marble. I do not think, however, that this is going to be enough. Quite evidently it isn't. Slim could actually win this one. And this is now going for another marble here, despite the bomb storm, while Pikman is away back at base. As these bomb storm explosions have killed the Beady Longlegs! This is certainly not something you see every day. Although frankly, I'm surprised it took this long for me to see it at all. Ooh, Slim tries to turn this around with a second spicy, but it is full bittered pretty much instantly by Pikman. I favoured Slim to win this one just a few seconds ago. Looks like this is rapidly changing. Pikman now holds yet another spicy and an unbitterable one at that. If he can keep his marbles away from the dweevils, or rather, he can keep the dweevils away from the marbles, then this is over already. That unbitterable spicy is all it takes. Is all that will be required. The ball bear certainly doesn't help matters for Slim, but the unbitterable spicy, unless Pikmanfan really does not have an idea what he's doing, is going to end this game. Now, if I'm a Pikmin, I would be coming here with more Pikmin than just 7. Because you bet Slim is going to turn up. You need to get a good critical mass. Well, not even a critical mass, just more than 4 for your unbitterable spicy to actually be useful. Because that is what's going to turn things around. Using the volatile Dweeble to block the fiery Dweeble. As here comes Slim for the interception, and this is why you should have had the numbers earlier. Well, Pikman's getting the numbers now. If he can bring him to bear in time, then he'll have won. Alright, you only need like 20 Pikmin. You have an unbitterable spicy. Go, go, go! Yes! Yeah, he's doing it! This is exactly what Pikman needs to do, and he's doing it! The Dweevil stops the marble at the last hurdle. But that Dweevil is not going to be alive forever. And now, Pikman can be very chuffed with this move and its consequences. Pikman 4, Slim 0. The options for the vote this time are Battle Yard, Emperor's Arena, Deep Blue, and Submerged Skirmish. One map we've had, and 3 we haven't. Where are we gonna go this time? Pikman wants to go to Emperor's, while Slim wants Deep Blue. And there are a variety of other picks by our spectators as well. Alright. Emperor's Arena it is. Let the round begin! Now, the thing about Emperor's Arena is, on all three of its layouts, it can be quite a dangerous map. Although this is the least dangerous of the layouts. The orange Bulborb is the only real threat. But a real threat it is nonetheless. You've got to know how to deal with them, or you could find yourself in a very difficult situation. Let's see if Pikman knows the technique. He seems to. That's it! Wake it up, lure it as far away as it will go, wait for it to turn around, and strike from behind. Slim, seeing the success of Pikman's approach, decides to give it a go himself. But has now returned all the way back to base to get more Pikmin before trying it. As a result, Pikman is being bought quite a lot of time. Time that is proving all too precious. Now, is Pikman going to get greedy? Yes, Pikman is going to get greedy. You know who else is getting greedy? That orange Bulborb! As it has already eaten... What's that? That has to be more than 10 of Slim's Pikmin. Possibly 15-ish now. If only I was looking from the start, then I'd know exactly how many died. But yeah, I don't think there's any recovering from this, honestly. At this point, Pikman is spicing with 12 Pikmin, and I honestly do not blame him. I honestly do not fault him here. Just 12 spicy Pikmin, at this point, is enough. As Slim proceeds to lose even more of his remaining Pikmin, to the point where she's got 3 left! 1 left! Yeah, I think we all know what's gonna happen now. Not just what's gonna happen, but how it's gonna happen, too. With a final score of 5-0, Pikman has won the match. Alright. That's it for today. We have potentially up to 8 more matches this week to be taking place over the course of tomorrow and the weekend. I've got to make the fixtures for those this evening, which I will see to now. Until then,